Hi everyone, this is Giri, lecturer in physics. Now we discuss about the meter bridge and internal resistance for the potentiometer. Internal resistance for potentiometer. First topic in this video, that is meter bridge. This meter bridge also works related with Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge. See the circuit diagram of the meter bridge. In this meter bridge, we have L shape and straight line oriented are straight conductors. L shaped conductors and straight conductors. This meter bridge have the long wooden plate. Long wooden plate. Okay. So this is the wooden plate. On this wooden plate, we have these arrangements. These arrangements are conductors. These arrangements are conductors. And also this meter bridge having meter scale. This is the meter scale. So here at these 2 points and these 2 points, we have the resistors. We have the resistors. And look at this. Here at point B, we have the galvanometer. This galvanometer is connects with another conductor, that is wire. At the end of this wire, we have the jockey. This jockey is touches the magnet wire, which is placed in between these A and C points. A and C points. So first of all, what is this use of meter bridge? What is the use of meter bridge? This meter bridge also balancing the unknown resistances. Unknown resistances. Okay. So here at point A, at point B, these 2 points are connected with the battery and key. And key. Okay. See the working principle for meter bridge. The working principle of the meter bridge is the same as that of a Wheatstone bridge. The Wheatstone bridge gets balanced when in the Wheatstone bridge we have the relation R2 divided by R1 that is equal to R4 divided by R3, or R1 by R2 that is equal to R3 by R4, R1 by R2 that is equal to R3 by R4. For this meter bridge, you have to use this equation. See how to use this equation. How to use this equation. First of all, reciprocal this equation. Reciprocal this equation. That means R1 by R2 that is equal to R3 by R4. Consider capital R and capital S is the R1, R2. So that's why R divided by capital S. Here R1 by R2. That means R divided by S. That is equal to, see here, this jockey is touches the magnet wire from 0 point of the meter scale to up to end point. During this process, one of the point of the magnet wire, it gives the current value in the galvanometer is equal to 0. Current value in the galvanometer equal to 0. This is the null point. This is the null point. At this point, for example, this is the jockey point. Here the null point is created in the galvanometer. Galvanometer current is equal to 0. Okay. At this point, from A point to this jockey point, that is L1 length of the magnet wire. This one equal to this L1, that is equal to R3 resistance. This R3 that is equal to R1. So that's why here L1 divided by, this is the 1 meter scale length. I mean 1 meter. That means 100 centimeters. We don't know about this L1 distance. So that's why this is the total 100 centimeter. 100 minus L1 is the remaining distance. This 100 minus L1 is R4. This 100 minus L1 is R4. R divided by S, that is equal to L1 divided by 100 minus L1. So this is the balancing equation for this meter bridge. Okay. Coming to the next topic in this video, comparison of EMF, electromotive force of two cells with a potentiometer. With a potentiometer. See here, two batteries are connected here. This M1, M2, N1, N2 and M and N points here using the three plex arrangement system. Three plex arrangement system. Okay. Epsilon 1, epsilon 2 is the EMFs of two batteries. Here galvanometer and high resistance box is connected. From this high resistance box we have another conductor. This conductor having jockey J. This jockey is touches the CD points. In this CD point we have the magnet wire which creates the null points on the galvanometer. It gives current IC is equal to 0. So this total structure is connects with the battery, key and rheostat. This rheostat gives change in the resistance. If you want to increase the resistance in the circuit or increase the resistance in the circuit by using this by using this rheostat. This is the rheostat. Okay. See the procedure in this potentiometer. Potentiometer used for the accurate measurement of potential differences, current and resistances. It consists of 10-meter long uniform wire of magnet or constant stretched in parallel rows, each of 1 meter length on a wooden board. So this potentiometer consists 10-meter long uniform wire of magnet or constant stretched in parallel rows, each of 1 meter length on a wooden board. Okay. The two free ends A and B are brought to the same side. A and B brought to the same side and fixed to copper strips with binding screws. A meter scale is fixed parallel to the wire. A jockey is provided for making contact. So here, this is the CD points. Here, look at this. The two free ends A and B are brought to the same side and fixed to copper strips. Fixed to copper strips with binding screws. There is A and B points here. There is A and B points. Here we have to fix the copper strips. Fix the copper strips. Here only represents CD strip only. But we have so many rows. So many means, for example, most of the potentiometers are using 3 rows or 2 rows. AB is the another rows. Okay. Jockey and rheostat, key, battery and 3 plugged arrangement and 2 different EMFs, batteries, galvanometer, high resistance boxes generated or arranged in electric circuit of the potentiometer. Okay. In this, the EMF of the first battery that is equal to IR into L1. IR into L1. The EMF of the second battery that is equal to IR L2. By using these two equations, epsilon 1 divided by epsilon 2 that is equal to L1 by L2. IR cancel. Actually, this epsilon 1 is equal to VL1. Epsilon 1, that is EMF of the first battery. EMF of the first battery. EMF of the first battery, that gives IRL1 when it will arise. If you stop the voltage of second battery, first battery is activated. Now this epsilon 1 EMF is flows through this total or entire circuit. When you stops the first battery, epsilon 2 is activated. Here, if you stops the second battery, the jockey is touches this total CD points or Magdalen wire. At the galvanometer, null point is formed. That means Ig is equal to 0. Current in galvanometer gives 0. At this point here, epsilon 1 is equal to IRL1. At the same time, epsilon 2, that is equal to IRL2. By using these two, we get the relation. So this is the comparison or balancing of the EMFs of the two batteries. If you stops the first battery, second battery EMF is flows through this circuit. If you stop the second battery, first battery EMF is flows through this circuit. Okay, so this is the main theme in this potentiometer, and particularly comparison of EMF of two cells with a potentiometer. So thanks for watching this video. For more videos, visit www.expertiseracademy.com. Thank you.